Hello, my beautiful friends, my name is Khoreva and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am a professional ballet dancer at the Mariinsky Theatre and today I will be answering 10 obvious, but I guess uncomfortable questions for a ballerina. So my team prepared 10 questions for me. I haven't seen them yet, but today I'm going to be reading them with you and hopefully we'll discover something new and we have some topics to talk about in the comments hopefully later. So without further ado, let's get into answering. I have the questions list on my phone and the first one is, do you feel dizzy? Okay. So I think this refers to doing turns in ballet, especially like Pointe. We can insert the clip of a video somewhere here on the screen right now. During turning in ballet, there's a special technique of leaving head in one spot. So during turning, we do not feel dizzy. However, when we stop though, well, jokes aside, I think the vestibular apparatus of a ballet dancer is truly like comparable to pilots or astronauts because we are training from a very young age to be stable during the turns. So no, we do not feel dizzy when turning on stage. Let's move on. The second one is, have you ever been dropped by a partner? Of course I have. Of course, especially because ballet is very acrobatic now. And of course, there have been some situations. But honestly though, I'm so lucky because my partners that I was able to dance with, to perform with and rehearse with, they are such incredible people and beautiful artists and just, very, very kind people. So I don't want to make them remember the uncomfortable situations. So yeah, but falling, who doesn't fall? Like look at the little kids. They are walking on the streets like they're like constantly falling, and we're all falling from time to time. But I'm sitting here alive answering your questions. So yeah, dancing is fun. How do you understand the story of a ballet if you only dance? Okay. Listen guys, like I think in ballet story, there's even that much more story than in other arts for me personally. Let's not mention the classical ballets because there's the whole lot of literature which the classical ballets are based on. But even in contemporary ballet, in modern ballet, in neoclassical ballet, without any storyline that is revealed already to the audience, there is still a lot of meaning underneath. And dance is always being created from a thought, from an emotion, from a meaning inside the creator, the choreographer. And it gets intensified by a meaning that a dancer puts into the dance. And it's always creating the metaphors, the characters, the thoughts. It's always creating something that the audience can express and can interpret in its own way. And that's the magic of our art. And I think there is so much story, really. And like you can just go to the theater and watch the whole ballet or watch a ballet online, and I think you will understand what I mean. Because for the classical ballets, you would read the libretto, the scenario, the shortened scenario before you watch a ballet, and you will understand. And for a plotless ballet, you can just like inhale the storyline by just watching. So hopefully I answered this question. Okay, the fourth question is, how do you build a career as a ballerina? All right. So the first thing we need to clear for this question, I think, is that being a ballerina truly is a serious profession. So I think not all of the people understand yet that a ballet dancer is a very time-consuming and like human resources consuming profession. So you cannot say like, skip your ballet, we have a date, or skip your performance, let's go to the cinema together with friends. It doesn't work like this. Like ballet is a serious job, and it's not even just a job that you work like 8 hours a day and that's it, you finish and you forget about it and go like about your our errands or about to go to the club or whatever. For most of the dancers, because we love what we do so much, ballet is not only a profession, it's a lifestyle. And I'm sure it's like this with all of the people that are really dedicated to their profession and to their job. And we are lucky in a way because ballet is so wide and it's so versatile that we can just spend our whole free time exploring the depth of the art of ballet, because you can learn so much but by just staying in the ballet world, basically reading all of the literature, watching all of the inspirational dances, learning about the costume, the music, all of this stuff. And yeah, so actually like ballet dancers, because there are two sides to a ballet career. First, the artistic sides, because we need to be actors, we need to be able to act and to interpret the story of the ballet on stage. And hence we need to be constantly like thinking about our characters, reading a lot, like all of the actors do, trying different etudes and different, ways of acting. But also, of course, ballet is associated with physicality. And I recently read that scientific studies of the recent couple of years really showed that in ballet, the loads that we put on our body are comparable, if not more, than some of the elite sportsmen's load on their bodies. So that's why we spend lots of time in the studio, but we also have to spend a lot of time on our recovery. And that's probably what many people don't understand yet, that we cannot just, rewind by going again, like to the club, dancing, going hiking or whatever. We have to be constantly taking care of our body. Not constantly, of course, we have to still find a good balance for mentality and physicality, but still, like a ballerina would not just forget about her body on her free time, during her free time, but she would rather like go to a massage, make an ice bath, make a bath, go to a sauna, do lymph drainage, do physiotherapy, do like Pilates to nourish the body. So that's very important to take into consideration when building a career as a ballerina. But as far as actually the question goes, I think first it takes to really understand that ballet is a lifestyle. Then you need to love this lifestyle with your whole heart. And then everything is very traditional. You have to enter a ballet academy, ballet school, you have to get your education, and then you have to get into the company. And of course, for everyone, a path in ballet is individual, and if you really want to, there's a lot of material on the web. You just search and you can do whatever. You can accomplish whatever you dream about. So if you put your mind to it, I'm a true believer that you can do anything. But a traditional way would be entering the academy and then entering the company. And then, honestly, the last step and the most important one will always remain to continue loving what you do every single day. And that's the beauty of it. All right, we've gone deep. Let's try to make it a little bit more fun, which actually we can with the next question. Have you ever had embarrassing situations at a performance? Oh my, have I got plenty. Yes, ballet is live art, ballet is fun, ballet is not all so deep and philosophical. We have fun places at almost every performance to, lighten up the drama, but also fun stuff happens when we perform. And I have a very funny relationship with the stairs on stage. Imagine Raimonda Act 2. The beautiful people of medieval era enter the beautiful court to celebrate. And yeah, so I'm thinking to myself, like, Pasha, you're gonna go down these stairs like a true queen. Like, you're not even the queen by the plot. You're still Raimonda, but you're going to imagine that you're a queen already. Of course, I was a total queen when I was falling down these stairs. I slipped on the stairs and I fell. It was super, super embarrassing. But well, things happen. The stairs were actually really slippery and they were covered with fabric and I didn't step correctly on the stairs. But ever since then, I try to always put my mind to, you know, going down the stairs very, very carefully and not really thinking too much about being the queen, like, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, this was fun and it was embarrassing, but now I'm remembering it with laughing. And also I had very stupid moment during Serenade, which is one of my most favorite ballets. It's by George Balanchine to Tchaikovsky's Serenade for Strings, magical ballet. But for the last part of this ballet, you need to let your hair down and let your hair be long and flowy for the last part, which is elegy. So yeah. And in order to do that, you need to do that on stage. So you need to be pulling the pin out, throwing it into the wings. Hopefully we can again insert a clip somewhere around here. And yeah, so you just do it in one go. And it's a magic trick, but in order to do that, you need to use just one giant pin in your hair for the whole 20-minute ballet. And you do a lot of turning and a lot of jumping, and it's very energetic ballet up until the very last part, for which you have to let your hair go down. And yeah, so I've performed Serenade twice before that unlucky performance, but for some reason for the third time I was performing, it didn't work from the very start. Like, we were trying to do something with my hair for a long time with the people that do our hair at the theater, and then I started feeling that this hair started getting loose from like the 3rd minute of the ballet. And I was trying to tell the people around me that something's going on, but we didn't have enough time to fix it. So that's why my hair started to go loose and the pin went out in the middle of the performance before the last part. And the first 3 parts of this ballet are very energetic and very, you know, you need to be dancing compact, you need to be very, very pulled together. So the mood is totally different from the last part, and the last part is like you let go. And that's why when my hair started, you know, flying around, I couldn't think about anything else because I was thinking like the whole thought of the ballet is lost now because of my messed up hair. But later on, all of the people around actually said that probably Balanchine would have loved that. And like, we never know, because again, as I was saying, ballet is life art, but for some reason it was very devastating for me at the moment. I was super upset, but yeah, I guess it's now a fun memory as well. So I have many more stories to tell actually, but I think for today I will stop and move on to the next question. Is it true that all ballerinas' feet look like this? It's a misconception. It's a prejudice, and I think ballet community, we are all kind of tired of this misconception, because you can take any people's feet to look like this if you don't take proper care of them. And actually, if you take care of your feet in ballet, again, I'm a true believer that ballet feet can look beautiful. Ballet feet can look even more beautiful than other professions, people's feet, you know? And we just need to look after them. We need to take time to be looking after them. And that's what I'm trying to learn currently, is that taking my time to be taking care of my body. And that takes some experience, but I think all of the dancers can get to that and can, you know, build their own individual ritual of, you know, staying in a good condition to continue dancing happily and healthily. All right, 7th question. In your old age, will you also dance? Well, I hope that I will, not on stage of course, but in some shape, in some form, hopefully I will, because dance is the state of soul. And you know, my idol, one of my idols in ballet world, and the person who I've had a chance, I was lucky enough to work with, Twyla Tharp. I never even was interested in her age because I thought that it would be stupid to ask this question to a 40-year-old woman, you know. But you can Google her age, she still dances, she still does crazy stuff. She's a true inspiration. And of course, my teacher at Vaganova Academy, Lyudmila Kovaleva, she's also a teacher of Diana Vishneva, Olga Smirnova, and many other beautiful ballerinas. She's 80 now, and she's perfect. She still does the perfect 5th position, more perfect than any of her students. She still does workouts during every class at Vaganova Academy. She takes time to do some, leg movements, some abs and stuff. And she's just beautiful. And yeah, dance is a state of soul. And I'm really inspired by all of these beautiful legends, beautiful women and men in ballet. And I hope I can take this inspiration and bring it, inside my soul through my whole life. This is inspiring. Okay, 8th question. I'm 19. Is it too late to start learning ballet? There are 2 ways to answer this question. The first, professionally, I think it is too late to start at 19. Professionally, the latest I would start nowadays would be like 13 is the upper border, upper age for me. But if you just want to do ballet for your own soul, for your own joy, for your own enjoyment, it's never too late. I think actually ballet is more useful, much more beautiful than any other fitness activity. If you just want to move, ballet is, I think, a perfect way to do that, because it's not only working on your physicality, working on your muscles, working on your posture, working on making your legs more lean, working on, making your body more strong and stable. It is also incorporating a lot of beauty, in your life. And it's all about aesthetics. And so for me, for your own enjoyment and for just adding that much more beauty in your life, it's never too late starting ballet. And I really, really want to encourage you to do so if you are thinking about it. Okay? What are the 3 things you like about the profession and the 3 things that are annoying? Okay, this will take some time to think. For me, ballet is all about the controversy. It's very controversial. And so I would say the 3 things that I love can also be the 3 things that I hate and that annoy me at some points. So first of all, of course, ballet is hard work. And we all know that working hard is really exhausting, and it can be devastating to, knowing that you need to be working hard constantly. And there are, of course, days when you don't want to get up and go to the class and everything hurts and all of that stuff, but you need to continue. But also the great, beautiful side of ballet being hard work is that you can see the results. Actually, being able to have this routine every day is, I think, something that can literally save a person's life, because having this chance to be constantly every day going to the classes and rehearsals, it's building this routine, it's building this habit, and it's building this useful habit of knowing that what you do is for a very, very good use, and what you do is for a good use for you, for your own growth, for your own beauty inside and out. And if you see that this hard work that you do, it can pay off, it's the most incredible feeling. So hard work for me is like 99% beautiful thing and 1 tiny little percent annoying thing. Then the second thing, ballet is beauty. And again, there's this bad side about it sometimes, because this much beauty sometimes can be very, very intimidating. And you see all of this gorgeousness around you in your colleagues in the theater, in costumes, in ballets, in choreography, and you can get lost. You can get lost in this much beauty, and you can think to yourself, like, what am I going to do with all of this? Like, why am I here? What can I offer? And you can look at yourself and not like yourself in the mirror or whatever. But at the same time, beauty, like, you're constantly working towards this beauty. You're constantly trying to get more and more beautiful, trying to work together with this beautiful world of ballet. And of course, you are getting tons of inspiration from this beauty around you. So again, 99.9999999 amazing things about it, and little tiny thousandths part of a percent of an annoying thing. And the last thing is that ballet it's like eternity. And what I mean by that is, even though ballet is not such a it's the youngest form of art, actually, like one of the youngest, because it's only around 300 years old. A little bit more, but like serious ballet is around 300 years old. But it still already feels like an eternity, and it's still, because it's art, it is about all of the times, it's timeless. And again, like, you would think that everything was already said before. Everything was already done throughout the history of ballet. And what's its purpose? What's its way? What's your purpose in this world? And these thoughts might be a little triggering, but after you've done thinking them, like, you realize that it's really timeless, and you have a chance, being in ballet, you have a chance to stay in eternity, stay in this timeless creation. Every performance, it goes into the transcendental, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it's mind-blowing. And I love thinking about ballet this way, about ballet as something global, as something that can make a difference in people's minds, as something that can truly influence the audience soul. That's probably the thing that I love the most about ballet. Okay, so this was kind of it. To give 3 recommendations for an aspiring ballet dancer. First one is watching old recordings, watching the recordings of the past and truly trying to discover what is so special about them. So, like watching Kolpakova, Maximova, Plisetskaya, Margot Fontaine, Rudolf Nureyev, Makarova, many dancers, of course I will not remember all of those legends' names. Watching them and trying to not only see that they cannot extend their legs they're not as flexible. Of course, it was different times, but like truly trying to see how much inspiration they had in these recordings. So that's what has been really inspiring me during the last, again, few years. The second thing would be like working on turnout. Yeah, like turnout in 5th position. We've come from the theoretical advice to the very, very practical advice. Like, I feel that I would advise the past Masha, the Masha 10 years ago, to really not neglect the 5th position and to be standing in it at least like 5 extra minutes a day. Like, 5th position is the key. And I think the third advice would be to read a lot of literature about ballet and to always keep discovering, always keep searching inside the world of ballet, both the artistic side and the physical side, because there's a lot of literature about how to work on your muscles, how to prevent injuries, how to make your body stronger. And I feel like every dancer has to find an individual way of developing their bodies. And no one teacher, not a single teacher is able to tell you how to do, step by step how to build your career. You have to find it yourself, find it for yourself. And the earlier you start reading and filling yourself with all of this material from the literature and web sources or whatever, the earlier you will come to your personal routine, which will help you to develop faster and more efficiently. And yeah, and also reading about the artistic side, always reading about the history of creation of different ballets, the history of the biographies of beautiful, prominent figures in the world of ballet, and the history, because it gives so many clues. And I think that's very, very important to, again, start doing early on. And also, if you have access to it, go watch live performances, as many as you can, because it's also very, very important for me personally. So I think that is it for today. Let me know what you thought about all of these questions and answers in the comments. Let's chat, let's talk about it. I will try answering your comments if I can. And yeah, today was really, really interesting. And I hope it was interesting for you guys as well. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching it, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this and more, hopefully, ballet classes, and I hopefully can do them soon, more physical activities on this channel. Always guys, comments what are the videos you want to see, because I take a lot of inspiration from the comment section every video to do the next videos. And yeah, thank you for watching. I love you guys so much as always, and I will see you in the next videos. Bye bye.